Hello viewers and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to invite you to a brand new Nations Cup race. As you can see, the Nations Cup has a new intro in GT7 where I was featured twice and I therefore love the new intro. Yeah, that's me, but now I will stay quiet and let you enjoy the new intro. Well, this time the Nations Cup circus is going to Japan and we are racing on the legendary Suzuka circuit. It's a Group 2 race and we are in the Nissan, which was a popular choice among the racers. Those cars are very fast and a bit tricky to drive. Are we going to be able to avoid the gravel and stay in the race? Well, coming out of the first corner, the Italian driver rejoins the track after going wide in turn 1. As a consequence, we moved to 9th place. Good start. What I'm trying to do next is try to close the gap to Baggio, the Portuguese driver. Coming out of the S's into the Dunlop corner, we are pretty close to Baggio already. Oh, Mr. Graham from England goes wide and we gain another position. 8th place for us now. Wow, going into the hairpin, Tobalops is getting pretty close. Oh, and I was a little too aggressive on the curb at the exit of the turn. This probably costs us a couple of tenths here. Entering Spoon Curve, I tipped the tarmac a little and pulled a slide. Fortunately, I could keep the car under control and stay in front of Tobalops. Well, what we are seeing now is the Spaniard in front of us trying to take over the Portuguese driver as they go side by side through the infamous 130R curve. But Baggio is able to keep his position. Joining the home stretch, we tuck into the slipstream of Aitor and we're getting pretty close to him. Well, I needed to back up here before entering the first curve. Going too aggressive too early in the race isn't always a good idea, as I get pushed multiple times by the Italian set. But the penalty system rewarded him a fine 5-second penalty for his relentless driving. As we can see in the distance, the battle between the Italian and the Portuguese driver is still on after we just came out of the S's. Set seemed to be still pushing and tries to overtake Aitor, which would not make much sense to me because he has to serve his penalty soon. Oh, but yeah, he gets the overpin done here at the hairpin. I'm switching back to front cam now as we prepare for entering Spoon Curve. Wow, I almost ran into Seth as he serves his penalty. I was just able to evade his car, but it was very close, as you saw. Joining the third lap of the race, we kind of have the same situation as we had a lap before. The Quarrels are still battling right in front of us, and penalties are given as a result of it. Obviously, it's a blatant battle and more than just close racing. Finally, both of them leave the track in an accident. 2 positions gained. Hello, 6th place. Aitor had some problems there on the exit and we gained on him pretty much. We are really close and I think I have to lift here, going into the hairpin. He's taking a pretty wide line here, but I wasn't able to overtake him yet. I'm trying to tuck in his slipstream now and yeah, to put him under pressure. As we come into Spoon, we are aside each other, but I backed up and let him pass for now. As we enter the 4th lap of the race now, I think it went pretty good so far. I thought about going for an overtake into turn 1, but we aren't even halfway in the race so far, and taking too much risk this early would not have been the right thing to do, I guess. Through the S's here, the Italian in the white Lexus closes the gap on us. Going into the hairpin, we have a similar situation that we had a lap before, but this time Aitor took the turn a bit better. What I'm trying to do now is to stay in his slipstream and get the inside going into Spoon curve. As you can see, Aitor backed up this time and we got the overtake done. 5th position for us in a very exciting race so far. Guys, I'm just going to skip the 5th and the 6th lap of the race as not much did happen. The fuel was still okay, but I started to notice the tire wear, which is displayed on the bottom left of the screen, really started to slow me down. As we entered 7th lap, most drivers decided to pit. Wasio from France is the race leader and he just rejoins the track right behind us. All I did this lap was trying not to make any mistakes and be gentle with what was left of the tires. Wasio was driving really intelligent here. He did not try an overtake, as he did not want to risk to lose time fighting me. But he was right behind me the whole lap, as you can see. And yeah, there we are getting pretty close to each other. Yeah, and I finally entered the pit lane going for fresh medium tires and a little refill. Great job by the pit lane boys, I came out in 8th position. Having the fresher tires, I really felt confident again and ready to attack. You can see how fast I catch up to the Norwegian, who might be on older soft tires. Wow, what we just saw was a pretty dirty overtake if you ask me here at the hairpin. Quite a bit slower than we are. Even though I wrapped this gear out, I'm still needing to lead the throttle to avoid bumping into his back. Rune, as many others, joined the pit lane, and I find myself in 5th place again. One lap later, the Portuguese driver Baggio went in and we are 4th place. In the 10th lap, nothing spectacular happened. Also in lap 11, in lap 12, and in lap 13, it was getting darker every lap, as you could notice. And in this lap I wanted to show you the sunset. Going into spoon curve for the penultimate time. Man, I really love Suzuka at dawn. I skipped the lap here, and as you can see, the Italian still kept close. As it's night now, we switch to the seat of the Italian because I wanted to show you 2 details I noticed. As you can see, I went pretty aggressive over the curb in 130R there, and as my car touches the ground again, there were sparks flying around. Now watch as fire shoots out of the exhaust when I downshift into the last corner. Switching back to my perspective, we are preparing to cross the line in 4th place. But we gained 1 more position because one driver is getting disqualified for not going to the pit lane. So finally we ended up on the podium. 3rd place in a quite good race. As always guys, thank you so much for watching my videos and stay tuned for new content in the future. Goodbye.